just can't stop, won't stop hustling. But I just
Peacemaker is an American superhero streaming television series created by James Gunn for the streaming service HBO Max, based on the DC Comics character Peacemaker. It is the first extended universe television series, a spin-off of the 2021 film The Suicide Squad. Set after the film, the series explores the origins of Peacemaker, who believes in achieving peace at any cost. It is produced by Troll Court Entertainment. Blah, 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 blah. I never did a review on the Suicide Squad. I don't think I did. I never did a review on that. But my thoughts of that movie initially when I first watched it was, this is 10 times better than that original Suicide Squad. Love the cast they had in the original one. We already know what the situation was with that, why it turned out the way it did. So I thought this one was as colorful. It was bright. They didn't spare any character. You had all these characters in the trailers and in the posters. Half of them gone. They gone. Get them out of here. But right off the bat, they're knocking people off. They obviously kept some of the favorites, Harley Quinn, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I just loved everything about it, man. I thought it was very well written and very well executed. So to my surprise, I believe it was one of the cons, DC con, one of them cons. I'm not into all that. But I saw that they had a Peacemaker show coming out, and I'm like, first I was just like, well, why? I mean, I thought he was good in the movie, but why is he getting? I'm just like, whatever. I'll check it out if I get a chance to check it out. And if you watch my channel, you should know I never know the exact dates of when things are coming out. I just happily, the way the universe works, I stumble across something, and it happens to be the same day of. So I'm on Twitter, trolling as usual. Scrolling as usual, and I see that Peacemaker was trending, and it said Peacemaker airs today. So I'm like, oh shit, like for real? I'm like, this is sweet because it could fill my Young Justice void, because we know Young Justice is on break. I'm like, this could fill the void of Young Justice, and I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. And I watched it initially, and I was thinking like, I'm like, man, this show is amazing. From the gate, amazing. I'm talking about the first scene when he's talking to the janitor, that whole exchange, I'm crying. I'm literally hollering. My daughter's 4, she like looking at me like she's on the tablet like, that it ain't that funny. Like, what are you doing? But oh my God, this is, whoever thought of this, genius. James Gunn, kudos to you. And that was another thing. When I saw after the opening credits, it was written and directed by James. I feel like I knew that, but I didn't know that. But to see it was written and directed by him, I already knew I was in for a treat. James Gunn is phenomenal. Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my top 5 Marvel movies of all time. It's one of my comfort movies. You know how people got comfort foods? I have comfort movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one being one of them. Back to the Future being one of them. And now I'm thinking Peacemaker might be one of them, because I watched it in 2 sittings already. And I just like it, man. From the whole opening montage of all the characters involved dancing, like I never seen that before. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is stupid, original, funny, cringy, but it's unique. I like it. I've never seen it done before prior. The storyline is something new. At least I never heard of. I don't know if it's in the comics. The characters, the supporting characters, most of them are great. We get to meet Peacemaker's daddy, who I guess was the original Peacemaker, or he was a Peacemaker of sorts. I don't know if he was directly called Peacemaker, but I believe he was, because it's known that, his dad is, he got a little something going on. I don't want to spill it, but he's a unique character. But let's say it like this: if he was in today's world, he would be considered a Trump supporter. You know how they say all his supporters are, which ain't really true, but that's what he would be considered. But we find out the uniqueness behind the mask. And listen, I gotta watch Suicide again because did he have special abilities with that mask in the Suicide Squad? I don't know if he did, but to find out that where he's getting these masks are from his dad, or these helmets are from his dad, and they all have a unique ability, I thought was pretty dope. And I don't know. You find out the feel for this guy is all of the brawn that he has. He's kind of like a softie at heart. He has a pet sidekick eagle named Igor Eagly, which is hilarious with that scene. He's like, well, do you got a daughter named Daughtery? Like, like the chemistry between the characters is just fucking great. They do bring back two of the characters from the Suicide Squad. I believe High Rock is her name. Daniel Brooks, I believe, is her real name. I believe. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I believe Jennifer Holland is Emily Harcourt. Oh no, Jennifer Holland as Emily Harcourt. That's what it is. She works for Argus, so she was on there originally in the Suicide Squad. And it was another character, Steve Agee, who provides tactical support. He was in there as well. You remember when they jumped Amanda Waller? We do see Amanda Waller in there. And actually one of the characters, Danielle Brooks, who I just mentioned, is actually her sister. I guess she's the eyes and ears of the for Amanda Waller for the team. We get another guy who has the team. And listen, I wasn't really sold on him, and I wasn't sold on Danielle. Actually, he did. The leader of the team had to grow on me. The black guy, he had to grow on me. Once he grew on me, I was like, okay, I see what he's doing. He's kind of like the one to keep everybody in check. But Danielle, she was just like a fish out of water, and it was just like, why is she here? That's what everybody else was saying. Like, why are you here? So I think she has time in the show to kind of prove herself. But for these first few episodes, I was just like, she kind of like collateral damage. I feel like he could have got a lot more badass people than this. Even Peacemaker at times is a little underwhelming, and it's just like he's getting his ass handed to him a lot of times, because he didn't have his pistol on him. That's his superpower, is his quickness on the draw. So there's one scene he didn't have that, and he's getting his ass handed to him by these villains, the butterflies or whatever the hell they're called. So I'm like, what the hell? Then we get another guy. He's called the Vigilante. He's kind of like his second sidekick, kind of like an obsessor of the Peacemaker as well. He's pretty sweet. I liked him. His comedic timing was there. Listen, I like the show, man. I like the first 3 episodes were amazing. It's the perfect blend of over the top comedy, but not too over the top. It just works. You get a couple of little woke things in there, that's kind of fitting for today. Like he says, I don't want to spoil, but even the Aquaman sleeps with fish joke, that was hilarious. He was like, Aquaman, oh, the dude sleeps with fish or fucks fish, and he's like, no, he don't. Take that back. I'm like, wow, this is comedic gold. Like, that was fucking hilarious. I was hollering. That's the part I was talking about. So you get a lot of moments in there with the humor that I thought they worked. They really worked. I'm waiting for the next episodes, and I like the way they're releasing them 3 at a time. That's how HBO Max normally does it. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the next one. I like the villains too. I like the whole butterfly, they controlling people's bodies. That was pretty dope, man. And when he did that sonic boom with his helmet, I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Like, okay. And he got different helmets, so hopefully we get to see some more. He could turn himself invisible, et cetera, et cetera. It is a couple spoilers in there. I'm sorry. I should have said spoiler warning. I'll put it in the title. But, man, I really enjoyed this show. Hope you did too. Hope they make more little self-contained stories like this. And I hope they continue to finish out this series strong. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Post your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can do this again. I appreciate your love. Oh, and my new music video, The Takedown, just got released yesterday. It is on all streaming platforms today. Thank you for everybody who looked at it, who liked, who commented. It's about to go on Real Stars, so we doing real good, and I appreciate everybody. Thank you.